What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today is going to be part 2 in the series of the GameStop Q&A that I'm doing here on YouTube, so let's get right into it. Question 1. What does a GameStop associate do most of the day if business is slow? At GameStop, it doesn't matter how slow the day is, there's always stuff to do. There's an old adage that my manager used to say, if there's time to lean, there's time to clean. But fortunately for me, I did work for a more so lenient manager who wasn't as a stickler as some of the other managers that I worked for. But there's not a downtime. If there's no one in the store, you're either re-alphabetizing the walls or processing trade-ins that have happened over the course of the day, or there's busy work. GameStop is the king of busy work, so there's never any downtime. Question 2. How often did you or other employees get in trouble over people purchasing a bunch of items on the first of the month and then trying to return them, and just returns in general? Was there a policy in place to punish you over them? The first part of that question, as far as people purchasing on the first of the month and then trying to return them at the end of the month, that never really was a problem because those people would just trade stuff in for cash, and they didn't care because it wasn't their money. I mean, they're using government money in order to buy their video games. I can't tell you, I mean, there's so many times that people's food stamp cards and things like that bought them Xboxes. This isn't a video about welfare and anything of that nature, because I personally know people who are on it that absolutely need it from just different kind of handicaps and things like that, but that's not this. So, but it was never a problem because they would trade it in because they didn't work for that money, so they didn't care if they just traded it in. If they bought a game for $60 and got $5 in cash out of it, they didn't care. They just needed that pack of smokes or something like that to get them to the first of the next month so they could then repeat. The return policy never hurt anything or hurt anybody. The return policy, it was kind of weird because you had to play by certain rules, and you had to, you know, they had their stipulations and stuff like that. And what sucks about GameStop is if I didn't feel like doing something, or I thought that a customer was in the wrong, for example, let's say a console. If somebody bought a console, GameStop has a no return policy on those consoles, so we can't return it. So the person would come in, they would cause a big fuss, we can't return it. Well, they would call our district manager, who would then call us to tell us to just return it for the guy. They really wanted you to make the customer happy, but they only wanted you to do it if you looked like an idiot to begin with. So that was kind of weird, but that's just one of the weird quirks about working there. Next question. What was the strangest thing someone offered you to add some extra cash or store credit for a trade-in? I never had anybody offer me anything to give them a higher value in trades or anything of that nature, but it was Madden in 2008, maybe. Yeah, Madden 2008. It was the day before the game released. We were going to have a midnight sale, things like that. And a guy came in and dropped down a large quantity of marijuana and said, I'll give you $100, this bag of marijuana, give me Madden early. So that's probably the weirdest thing that I've had as far as an offer to give somebody something of that nature. But I've never had anybody offer me anything for trade-in values or anything like that. Next question. Did you ever find anything weird in a case of a game someone brought in to trade in? Yes. The weirdest thing that I've ever had happen is we used to take DVDs and trade when I worked there a long time ago. And I had a guy bring in a box set of, it was the entire Friends collection on DVD. And, you know, we have to go through, we check the discs, although I'm sure some of you have bought discs that are scratched all to crap. But regardless, we're supposed to check the discs. So it's taking them out. And when I opened this, a DVD popped out and it landed on the front side of it. Well, when I picked it up, it was a DVD, the picture on front, and it was entitled Tranny in Training. So, you know, the guy was like, oh, man, I just picked these up at a yard sale. You never know what's going to come out of these. And I was like, well, do you want me to throw this away? And he was like, oh, no, I'll take it back. And so that's probably the weirdest thing that I've ever had pop out of a case when trading something in, and probably, honestly, the strangest experience that I've ever had working at a GameStop was finding Tranny in Training pop out of a DVD case. And of course, last question, do you sell Battletoads? Yes, GameStop sells Battletoads. I highly recommend everyone to call and make sure that their local GameStop has it in stock. Please do that. And that's that. Alright guys, that was part 2 of the question and answers. I hope that you enjoyed this. I will be doing a part 3, so just keep an eye out for that. Even if I don't have a topic up, feel free to send me a message or tweet me a question that you would like answered in a future video. Don't forget, you can leave a comment below of something that you want answered, because I do check the comments of these also. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you feel like it. Subscribe to my channel for future video updates. And until next time, guys, have a good one.